So this is going to be a TVZ. Now, Soy Sauce has been in a previous tournament. Did get knocked out in the first round in a ZVZ against Hulk Smash. Hulk Smash is not in this tournament anymore. Hulk Smash is now into the Diamond tournament. So Soy Sauce, I want to see what happens here. We're seeing a ZVT. I have not seen too many games from Cram. I think I've seen a fair few replays, but not too many actual games. Alive at least, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so it's a best of 3. Thank you for the explosion. How are you going, Shiro? So in the bottom left hand corner, spawning as the purple Terran, we've got Kramkandy,
and in the top right hand corner, spawning as the pink Zerg, we have Soy Sauce.
Oh, thank you for that. Okay, so I've got production open, just checking out. Now, I don't know what either of these players are going to be doing.
So, in terms of builds, have you reviewed a lot of Cram's games? Do you know what he likes to do?
I haven't seen too many of Cram's games in probably a fair while, actually. I remember Cram, I think, submitted a few replays a little bit before, but yeah, I haven't seen too many lately.
All right. So it's anyone's guess.
Yeah, it is anyone's guess. I think I remember Cram doing a few mech builds, so I'm not sure if we're going to see a mech game here. Yeah, not entirely sure. I'm doing good, man. I hope you are too. I am doing great, Ishiro. Great as always. Looking forward to some good quality StarCraft games. Okay, it looks like both players are doing a fairly standard opening. It does look like Hatch first from the Zerg, and probably going to get a Reaper expand from the Terran. Have you been playing much recently this user has taken?
I have actually. I think I'm on like I was on like a 5 or so win streak. I got my MMR back up. I was almost sitting at Silver 1 MMR, and then just today I got it all the way back up to Gold 1.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty big climb. You must have done a lot of winning.
Yeah.
And now are you still favoring Bio over Mech, or have you gone back to the Mech style? Or?
I usually still play Mech. No, I usually still play Bio. I've just been practicing a lot with Bio, unless it's Zerg, then I'll go Mech. Just because I really haven't found a Bio build that's good against Zerg. Like, Banelings, for me, are just so good. Oh.
Ooh, this is not good.
No.
This is not a good start to today's games. We'll see if we can restart from the replay. At least it's happening now and not like a crucial moment where someone's about to win or lose. We can always reconnect from the replay.
I don't know what's going on with Soy Sauce.
Yeah. Not sure. Okay. What was the recovery game thing? Yeah, we need to try that again. That Intuition was talking about. I'll show you. I guess it will be a good test this game if we can do it. Is this the tournament? Yes, this is the tournament. Osimo 21. How's your day going? Okay. We'll give Soy Sauce a moment now.
This is a great way to start off the night.
Yeah, definitely.
Or I guess the afternoon. I go with afternoon since 90% of your viewers are Australian.
They're not all as Australian, but so lonely. What do I do? Tell him to cram it. That's a good one. That's good. I like that. Okay, so what's happening? Soy Sauce isn't online at the moment, so we're probably going to have to exit out of this.
Maybe I don't know, maybe his internet crashed or something.
Yeah, it looks like either the internet crashed, maybe it could have been a power outage or something, but whatever happened, it does not look like soy sauce is online at the moment, so we'll just give soy sauce a little bit of time. We can always reconnect from the replay. How you going, Infamous? How you going? We're just playing some tournament games. I'm gonna check. Yeah, okay. So it's Hulk Smash versus Butt Chug in 50 minutes. We might have to set it back a tiny bit depending on how long this game goes for, and depending if soy sauce can come back. You're so sweaty. You went for a bit of a run. Can hardly type. Oh. Okay. Yeah, well, we'll just give it a bit of time. Wait. Can you still hear me?
Me?
Yeah. Okay. I was just double checking.
I can still hear you.
I thought my StarCraft crashed then for a moment.
Nope.
Yeah, we'll try the recovery feature when soy sauce comes back. How you going, Shadow Technique? What's been happening? When is the next tournament going to be? So the plan is we play this one, and then next week we finish up all the tournaments, and then the following Monday it starts again. So we have tournaments that go for 2 weeks, and then the next tournament starts. So it won't be tomorrow Monday, it'll be the next week Monday. So it looks like soy sauce has reconnected. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and recover game. I want to try this feature. I haven't tried it out before. Is there a place we can sign up at? Yeah, I will throw a sign up form. I'm just not ready to do that just yet. I want to do a Zerg tourney. I'm just confused. I might get platinum. So you can off race in the tournament, but you have to play at least a minimum of 15 games in that race in ranked, so we can get an accurate gauge of where your skill lies. Okay, let's try and recover this game. Wow, I can just pick a time. This is pretty interesting. I like this. I'm going to try this feature. 15 in busy days. Not 15 days, 15 games. You do them? Yeah, no problem. If you want to off race, and remember there's 3 brackets. So there's platinum and below. There's a bracket just for diamond players because the diamond bracket's very big. And then there's a masters and above bracket. Did you do the slap George thing? I haven't, I finished the stream at 1 a.m. Infamous, and I'm already streaming again. There's only so many things you can do in a day, and I did stream for 8 hours yesterday. I didn't intend the stream to go that long, so it's quite difficult just to throw some filming in after a long streaming session like that as well. Okay, it looks like it's recovering. I kind of want to see what happens. I haven't used this feature before, so this is pretty interesting. Okay.
So the big question here is, do both players have control over anything?
Okay. Okay, let's get ready to start. I used it in practice. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've never used this feature before. Let's kick it off. Let's start again, even as the countdown timer. GLHF comes back. Okay, what are the players going to be doing? Okay, we're seeing Ling speed. The Reaper's over here. It will take a little bit for both players to get the drive back, or like the rhythm of the game back. Oh, the Reaper gets 1 kill. It looks like it's going to get surrounded here. Oh no, it might get out. No, it's on 5 health, but the Queen will probably pick that off.
Darn. It almost looked like it was going to get a second kill.
Yeah, I thought so, but it was pretty close. It was pretty close.
This does kind of look like a mech. I'm like, you could call this a mech opener. No, that's 111.
Yeah. So usually you go into a 111, and then you'll either build more factories or build more barracks at that point. Well, we'll see what the Kramkandy will do.
Looks like he was a bit indecisive on what you wanted his add-ons to be.
Yeah, it looks like it probably is going to build some Hellions. I do believe this is actually not a wall at the top of the ramp. I think this is one hex off. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I believe you're correct.
A fusion core coming down. So it looks like we're getting Hellions. We're seeing a Viking, and then we're probably going to see some battle cruisers.
Good one.
This looks like it's going to be interesting. A soy sauce is going to need queens. Is probably going to need some spores. I don't know what's going to happen here.
I've actually seen this a lot in my games. You know, in low platinum, high gold brackets. The BC rush around that area is pretty good.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. But this Overlord is going to get in and is going to see everything. It's going to see the fusion core. And the fusion core is usually only for BCs. So I wonder if we see a lot of queens come down from soy sauce and potentially some spores. Kramkandy is very supply blocked here though. There is 4 SCVs not doing anything. Okay, we're seeing 2 spores. We'll probably see some more queens.
Yeah, 2 spores isn't going to cut it though. He's going to need a few more than that.
Yeah. But they're really just to keep the BC away from the mineral lines, and the queens are the ones that pick it down until it has enough health that it can't stay in there. It does get quite annoying, but it can be very irritating. But the other thing is, there's all these Hellions. There's so many Hellions here. The Hellions, if they attack at the same time that the BC goes in, they can get a lot of worker kills.
Oh yeah, that could be absolutely disastrous.
So I really like this from Soy Sauce. There's 3 more queens on the way, so we're going up to at least 6 queens. There's a lot of Hellions. Sorry, what were you saying?
Crams. Nothing. I was just over on Cram side. We're not seeing a whole lot of stuff. Just a whole bunch of Hellions, BCs going up. It looks like a 3rd base. Double armory, so it is going to be mech play.
Yeah, it definitely does look like it. There's a lot of Hellions here. Now, the BC comes out. I would like to see a move across with these Hellions at the same time. Where did this... Okay, the BC just landed straight here, right over the top of the spore. Almost gets a queen. Almost gets one of the queens. But it is taking a lot of damage. The Hellions aren't moving. And it looks like it's going to go into the main, see if it can do any damage in here. But there is another spore in here. The BC is already on a quarter health. It looks like it's probably going to die here. Yes.
Oh, that's actually a really good pick. BCs are a huge investment.
Yes, definitely. I don't think it killed anything.
Yeah, but was that a Viking that just flew in there?
Well, let's look at the lost. Yeah, there was one Viking flying around. He was looking for overlords. I'm not sure where it went. Now we're starting to see all the Hellions move across. Now you typically want to do these in conjunction with each other. Say if you had the BC in the main, the Zerg is forced to bring all the queens into the main, and that's when you can get in with all these Hellions. Now all the queens can sit here and they can deter all the Hellions. They can force them away. And yeah, they're not as strong now. We're starting to see Blue Flame get researched. We're starting to see a lot of the different tech options. We could actually be seeing Battle Mech here.
Yeah, I was about to say Magfield accelerators is a rather interesting upgrade. You don't see that too often.
Yeah, definitely. We do see a few drones go down here, 4, but we are losing a fair few Hellions. Okay, we lost 1 Hellion, but a lot of them are damaged. Now we're seeing a lot of roaches move across the map.
That actually might not be too good for Cram. That's quite a few roaches, and I don't think that many Hellions is going to be able to fend off that many roaches.
The Hellions won't do it, but there is 2 tanks in production and another BC, and these roaches can't do... Like, tanks are really good against roaches, and they can't deal with the BC at all. Okay, we're seeing a bunch of Ravagers being morphed in here. I think this could do some damage, but like as soon as the BC gets on top of them and the tanks get sieged up, I think this attack won't do all that much damage. The siege tank's moving to get sieged up. Ooh, we might see the Zerg quickly bile it down.
Nope. Doesn't. I think that's enough. That might be. Oh, that's a flank from the Hellbats, so we're back here.
Yeah, we see the biles coming down to try and hit the BC. None of the units shoot up, but maybe potentially if there enough biles land on it, it can kill it. It looks like we're trying to just go for the base. I don't mind this. Like the Zerg still has a lot of units here. They're still going to do a lot of damage. Already 8 SCVs, 12 SCVs, 14 SCVs going down. The BC is like slowly working away at them, and eventually it's going to kill them all. But this is so much damage that's been dealt.
And that was a rather interesting move command earlier with the Hellbats. It just kind of looked like they just kind of walked into the roaches.
Oh, I didn't see that at the back on the flank. Oh.
Yeah, it was a solid misclick. There was like 9, 10 Hellions that just kind of walked in there and died.
Oh.
Wow.
Thank you, Ghost. Thank you for the Ro4. How you going? How you going? How's your day going? We're starting to see Liberators being built. A few more tanks being built. But I don't know, we lost so many workers from Cram. Does have a lot of workers at the natural that could be transferred.
Looks like Soy Sauce is going to be sticking to Roach Ravager for the time being. Hold up, pull up production tab. Oh no, he's getting Spire, so we might see some mutas.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, not sure Soy Sauce's plan. Getting the 4th. Does still have a lot of queens. Has a lot of money in the bank. Has a lot of money. I'm waiting to see what Soy Sauce builds with all this money. Okay, a few Corruptors. Ooh, interesting. A way to kill those BCs. I don't mind that at all. A Liberator comes over to try and do some damage. It did get 5 kills. I didn't see the 5 kills that it got. But it looks like it's going to get picked off here. I think it's going to kill... Is it going to get this queen? Oh,
No.
It almost did, but not quite. Okay. Scan goes down. Does identify that there is a base there. What are we going to see from Kram? Has 2-2 almost done for Kramkandy. More Corruptors, more Roaches on the way.
Honestly, not a whole lot here that shoots up. I mean, like, there's 3 Marines and a Liberator and a Cyclone. That's about it.
Yeah, but I mean, there's not too much air from Soy Sauce. There's only the Corruptors, and in an army-to-army battle, you don't really care
2000 IQ play
about the Corruptors. Thank you for the 2000 IQ play. Ladsy crew. Okay, the Liberator is still alive. It's still doing a fair amount of damage. The siege tanks are sieging up. There is a lot of damage being dealt here, but this is where the Corruptors come into play. They can easily pick off this Liberator. I don't know where this BC is teleporting. It's teleporting back here. There is a Spore, but it's a little bit out of place. I quite like this. So Cram is sieging up one point and attacking another point with a BC, although the BC is just fighting the Spore. I don't understand that too well. I think it could have done a lot more damage here.
Those siege tanks are going to get picked off.
Yeah, those siege tanks did just get picked off. There was no buffer in front of them. There was no Hellbats or anything else. It looks like the battlecruiser is going back home. Are we seeing... Okay, we're seeing Yamato being built. We're seeing more Cyclones being built. Cyclones are a bit of an interesting choice, but...
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be a solid transition into... Actually, this looks like just like mass Cyclone. Or maybe... Well, Battle Mech, yeah, but there's going to be a lot of Cyclones.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be seeing Cyclone Heavy Battle Mech with some BCs, which is interesting. I haven't seen that before.
Yeah, this is an interesting composition from Cram. Is going up to Hive for Soy Sauce. Building some more Corruptors, I like it. The thing is, so Cyclones actually don't benefit from the attack upgrades almost at all. So they use an ability called the lock-on ability where they shoot the missiles. Now that doesn't benefit from any upgrades at all. Mines don't either. So getting +1 attack and then transitioning to a massive Cyclone army doesn't make a lot of sense to me, whereas you could have gotten +3 armor instead, and that benefits the Cyclones, the Hellions, the Battlecruiser as well. This is a bit interesting. A lot of damage is actually being done here. A lot of these drones are dying. We see 8 drones, 11 drones so far, and not a lot of units died from the Terran.
Yeah, that was a solid harass. We don't actually see +3 armor at all getting started.
Yeah.
Which is rather strange. Another CC, that's going to be base number 5. Actually 6.
Ooh, some of these corruptors got picked off. This is a bit of an unusual comp where we've got BCs, but then we've got the Cyclones that can protect them with the lock-on, but it looks like they're going to get picked off here. The Cyclones not coming back and locking onto the corruptors. I think that was a bit of a mistake. They're coming back in now, but the corruptors are flying away.
I honestly am not so sure how this comp is going to do against Roach Ravager. You know, roaches are pretty hardy. They've got some armor, and Battle Mech is a little squishy. So
Usually Battle Mech is fairly fast. But the real thing I think is the more tanks that gets added to this composition. Tanks are really good against Roach Ravager. The units like clump up quite a bit. All the roaches are armored. But yeah, it looks like we're seeing Cram kite some of the army back, using all the lock-on abilities, getting some really good lock-ons, picking some units apart. But we are losing a little bit of the battle mech here at the same time. We do have 2 siege tanks sieging up there. I think this is going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's the thing, George, is that he didn't have any siege tanks with the comp. He's just going with strict Hellbat Cyclone, which, I don't know, it seems like it's doing fairly well against Roach Ravager, but we're just now seeing siege tanks coming in.
Yeah. Although we do see a Great Aspire. There's no Thors out. There is BCs with Yamato, but we're going to have a lot of Corruptors, and then I think we're going to have a lot of Broodlords.
Which is rather interesting, since I wouldn't assume Broodlords is the way you want to go against Battle Mech, you know? They're usually good against Thors and stuff.
Thors can do a lot of damage to them. Like Battle Mech, it's got Cyclones that can shoot up, but the Cyclones have to get in at least range to lock on. They have to stay in range. So it makes it a little bit problematic using Cyclones against Broodlords. Like, they also want to be very mobile. They want to kite the unit. But Broodlords can have a lot of range once they throw their Broodlings at them. So Cyclones, I don't think is what you want against Broodlords. You want to build Thors. You want to build Vikings. You want to build BCs. But none of that's out at the moment. We do see ship weapons. We don't even have like a reactor and a starport. So we're going to get Vikings very, very slowly. We'll see what happens.
In a rather interesting turn of events, 4 Vipers just popped out.
Yeah.
I think he's planning on using those to yoink the siege tanks.
Yoink the siege tanks or blinding cloud is very good. You can reduce the siege tanks' range to 1, so they can't actually shoot, and then you can just get your army right up close to them and then kill them. There's a few different things here. The Zerg is forced to take the other 4th, and like this one, giving up this space. Both players do have a substantial bank. We are morphing a few more Broodlords. It looks like these Vipers are just going to get picked off here.
And a flank coming in from the back, though.
Yeah, this is a pretty big flank. A lot of Cyclones died here. The siege tanks not in a great position. Okay, these siege tanks here are going pretty well. Getting some good damage.
It does look like the Terran's going to hold just barely.
Some Broodlords are coming in, though. This is where I think it's going to swing in the Zerg's favor. And there's 46 Lings on the way. Now, I don't know how many Hellions have been built. We see a few more Hellions, but there's a lot of Lings. Okay, all these tanks are going to die. Not going to get too much done. Do we see a Adrenal Lands on the way? No, we don't. We don't even see melee upgrades for the Zerglings, so they're very unupgraded Zerglings. Be aware of that.
And now we're going to see the tech switch into Thors.
Yeah, the 5 Thors.
Earlier.
Yeah. With high impact payload, they can destroy Broodlords if the Broodlords get into range. A lot of the Terran's army has been picked off here. I think the Zerg really needs to push their advantage right now. Soy Sauce really needs to attack. Has an advantage before all these Thors come out, but it's narrowing. They're starting to come out now.
And these tanks all need to be sieged. Oh, never mind. He's moving out. They did need to be sieged though.
Yep. I don't know what Soy Sauce is going to do. It looks like the Terran is going to start attacking the 4th base for Soy Sauce. If this base goes down, Soy Sauce is going to have a very, very bad economy. Going to be mining on like probably like one base economy.
Yeah.
It looks like this will die immediately from these tanks. Soy Sauce does have a lot of Broodlords over here and has a pretty substantial army sitting at just under 200 supply.
However, you gotta watch this army coming in from the back.
Yeah, I mean, the Zerg does realize that the army, yeah.
One solid flank and that whole thing is dead.
So the Hellions go down. The Thors are probably going to get killed here. The Broodlord's not actually attacking the units. I don't know where the Corruptors are, but they should be able to pick off the BCs. Now, this is going to be a lot of the Terran army. But be aware that the Terran is also still on 6 bases where the Zerg's on 3. So even if the Zerg cleans up this entire army, which they did, there's just more units producing. 5 Thors at a time. They're 3/3 Thors, so they're absolutely huge. It's very difficult. And the Zerg, every unit they lose, they're probably not going to be able to build back because they've only got very limited gas. We do see mules come down, probably for the repair of the Thors.
That was a very solid choke.
Yeah. This is
just now seeing the full factory capabilities utilized. He's only using like 5.
Okay, it looks like the Terran player will clean up this base, will shut down more mining. The units will get cleaned up, but the Terran is 60 supply up. More CCs coming down.
Looks like 3 more factories down at the
yeah, just constant production. Has currently 12 factories, I think, or maybe it's like 10 factories, but does have a lot of factories. How's it going, Logic? How's it going? I hope your day's going well. Hope you're ready for your tournament games later. Okay, what are we seeing? We're seeing some roaches walk up into these Thors. Looks like these Thors might turn onto these Broodlords very shortly. Okay, here we go. We're seeing the Broodlords. This is where they're dying. This is a big gas expense for the Zerg player. His Thors are just dealing with everything. They're just so heavily upgraded. They can deal with these Broodlords. Yeah, Broodlords versus Terran in 2020. Yeah, okay. So I think if the Terran continues to deny mining bases, if they kill this top base, I don't know what Soy Sauce is going to do. Has 1 mining base with only 4 mineral patches left on it.
Yeah, there was a couple points.
Well, 2 mineral patches.
Soy Sauce looked very ahead, but as the game progressed, Mech has shown why it is so good. In the late game, it is just so hard to stop.
Yep. Yeah, like also just like the increasingly getting a small advantage, denying mining. Kram has harassed with Hellions and just kept destroying expansions.
Which is really what you want to do against Zerg. Their whole thing is that they're supposed to have more bases than you. They're supposed to have a larger economy than you. But if we look at, is there not a workers active tab? Oh no. I'm 90% sure. Kram has a considerable lead in workers.
Yes, by like 56. It looks like this base is going to go down. There is a BC teleporting in as well. There's so many units here.
This should honestly be GG pretty soon.
Yeah, I very, very much expect it. I don't think there's anything. GG comes out.
Yep, GG.
GG, well
Game
played.
1 goes to Kram.
Okay, so Soy Sauce needs to pick the second map. What are the map pools again? I believe Ever Dream or Pillars? Sorry.
Oops.
Yeah, that was an interesting game. At the start of the game, I hope you haven't lost all your viewers, Flamey. Everdream, okay. We'll go to Everdream. No. Where's the block functionality? I need to block this. No, I'm not going to. Do it later. Okay, we're going into game 2 of Kramkandy versus Soy Sauce. Let's get everybody ready. Throw some skins on. See if they work. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Okay. Let's go. I'm excited. Game 2. Okay. Let's go. Let's jump into it. Game 2 on Everdream between Soy Sauce and Kramkandy. Be aware, everybody, the games will go up on YouTube after. I think I posted 3 games that happened in the last few days up on YouTube. There's one series I haven't posted up on YouTube yet. I will post that. That was between, I think, Logic versus Bittersweet. I still have yet to post that one. Then they'll nerf something else, Logic. Loving my new wireless headphones, cooking dinner in the kitchen, listening to the game commentary. Oh, that's awesome. I should probably get some wireless headphones, I think. These ones are just such good quality. Hey, George, sorry for the sudden disconnect. My laptop just died. Oh, shit. I didn't realize you disconnected. This user is taken. Oh, shit. Wireless is good, but they have a slight static white noise, but it's barely noticeable after a while. Like, you just get used to it. That makes sense. Can you get your laptop working again, or should I just go on without you? I understand if you're just gonna go to sleep. It makes sense, like if it's that late for you as well. Yeah, I should look into them. I'll try to get back on for game 3 if there is one. Okay. Thank you for the gifted sub, Asden-K. I really appreciate it. I hope Infamous appreciates it as well. I hope PK appreciates it. Yeah. Awesome. I hope this game actually loads in and we don't sit here for... See, at the start of the streamish? hey, appreciate it. What MMR is my opponent? Dreadlord, I think is 4-4 or 4-5? Or maybe 4-6. I don't wanna undersell Dreadlord. Are you here, Dreadlord? Dreadlord will give the exact number. So I think Masters 2/3. Yeah, Protoss as well. So it will be a ZVP. I'm in the next tournament. Yeah, you can be. Trying to weigh up if I should start drinking or not. Okay, so let's get this best of 3 on the way. We've got game 1. Kramkandy did win. This is game 2. And what builds won't work? There you go, Logic. Maybe you'll have to do some creative builds. I don't know what your ZVP's like. I don't know why that Raw didn't work. Maybe you did it before. It only works once every so often. It's on a 10-minute cooldown there, PK. It's on a 10-minute cooldown. You just have to wait 10 minutes, I think. Okay, it looks like both players opening normally again.
Wow.
Rar. I like it. I like it. Thanks. Thanks, Logic. Stepping in with the big bucks. Don't fill out that form just yet. I'll have another form. I need to clean out the... Actually, I'll do that after this game. I can start getting the form ready for the next tournament. Okay, it looks like both players are opening very, very standard. What else is happening? What else is happening? Yep. When is the next tournament for Plat? It will be not tomorrow starting. It will be next week, Monday, and then it'll run for 2 weeks-ish. Okay, so, yep. Same opening as Cream played the previous game. I mean, you know, if it's not broken, why change it? Why change it? I probably expect a very similar thing. Maybe Hellions, maybe BC, maybe we won't see the BC opening. It didn't do too much damage last time, but maybe we will. I don't know. I'm interested to see. I mean, oh, actually, this is a fast Ro4. We're seeing a fast Ro4. There's still some Lings being built. These Lings really need to deny this Reaper Scout. This Reaper is going to see the Ro4. I wonder if there's some reaction that it's going to get surrounded. It does see the Ro4 though. Smoothie and a snack sounds amazing. Have you seen the new maps for the next season? Keen as they look good. Yeah, they're very colorful. I've played one game against Shockwave on each of them. But I was trying to heavily metagame Shockwave in those games. So I think I'm going to have a relook at them and like what abusive strategies are strong on each of the maps. Because I feel like some of the maps are Terran favored, some of the maps are very Expand favored. I should do like a run through on them and throw that up on YouTube as well. How you going, 14 Tarvey? How you going? Okay, so it looks like we're just seeing a 1-1-1, looking like we're building Hellions. Probably as this tech lab, it looks like it's probably going to be mech if there's this early of an armory. This armory is pretty early, but well, we're seeing some roaches and ravages already being built. Hey George, do you want me to hop back in the call or just wait? Maybe just wait until game 3, if there is a game 3. Okay, some roaches coming across the map with the ravages. What game is this? This is game 2 of Kramkandy versus Soy Sauce from the Platinum tournament. And so Kramkandy took game 1. And looks like Soy Sauce has mixed up their build. They don't have Ling speed here, but if they're doing a Roach Ravager push, this is going to be very strong. There's a medevac being built. There's no Banshee. There's no Battle Cruiser. There's not a lot of units from Kram here. I think these Roach Ravagers are just going to clean up the fight. It will probably kill all these things. Oh, the Hellbats get transformed, but there's one Hellbat against all these units. So many workers are going to go down here. We have very, very, very few units from Kram. Biles do go down on the supply depots. It does not supply cap Kram because Kram lost so many SCVs. Okay, like more SCVs are going down. I think they're trying to come over here repair. 2 mines have been built. There is an armory out, so they will have cloak. But Ravagers are actually alright against mines because they can still bile the mines. It looks like that mine goes down. More mines are on the way. Marauders are coming out, but there's just so many Zerg units here. A Liberator's coming out as well. The Ravagers will be able to bile that down. Well played, well played. GG comes out from Kram. And I think we're going to see a game 3. GG, well played. Oh, okay. So 1 apiece. I'm going to invite Jumpy Wizard back in here as long as you get back on StarCraft.
GG, well played.
You'll need to get back on StarCraft. This user is taken. And then after this game, we should have Hulk Smash versus Butt Chug. I don't know why their name is Buttchug. Their name is Buttchug. We'll see if they show up. If they don't show up, we'll see what happens. Yes, this game so far is 1-1. Jumpy Wizard is now back in. I'm going to invite. I'm going to call.
Alright, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay.
I'm sorry for the sudden disappearance. I didn't think my laptop was that low.
It's all good. It's all good. Okay. Great lobby. Let's go into game 3.
I did have to mute the stream real quick. I'm hearing a serious echo.
So soy sauce, taking the win there. Game 3. This is some tight gameplay. I liked the mix up. I like the changing of the build. Not doing the same build again. Not going into that macro game. We did see Cram lose the Reaper, but the Reaper was in range of the Ro4. Did see that the Ro4 was there, so I think could have reacted a little bit better there. Both players ready. Let's see what's going to happen. Was that a bit rushy? Okay. Okay, let's kick it off. Game 3 of Soy Sauce versus Kramkandy.
It's really anyone's game. Cram proved in the first game that he's pretty good at winning a macro battle. Soy Sauce had a few tricks up his sleeve, evidently, from the second game.
Yeah. So we'll see if Soy Sauce opts to go back to macro play or wants to do another highly aggressive build. There's a few other aggressive builds. Could go and do the same aggressive build with roaches again. There's a Bane Bust that you can do, or opts for the macro play, where that could just be Kramkandy's game. Kramkandy could just want to see another macro game. Okay. What are we going to see from these players?
Looks like standard starts all around. Granted, it's only 30 seconds into the game, but, you know.
Yep.
There could have been a 12 pool. Could have seen an SUV go out to do a proxy.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, it does look very, very standard so far. Nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah. So also the winner of this match will verse Rage Spectre. I'll have to confirm a time when Rage can play this person, and then hopefully maybe halfway through the week we'll get the finals of the Clash. What is it? The Campfire Clash underway, and that will be a best of 5. The winner will get a sub to the channel of their choice on Twitch. I'm excited to see it. Whether it's a TVT, which can produce some very, very long, intense mech games. Now, they can be kind of interesting where it's all down to the position. Or alternatively, another TVZ. We'll see. I'm excited. This SCV looks like it was walking into a wall there for a second. Very, very normal openings from both players.
I'm gonna take a wild stab in the dark here. It might be a bit outlandish of a guess, but I'm going to say that we're most likely gonna see mech.
Yeah. I mean, I think Kramkandy actually decided to go bio the previous game before losing. I think he had 2 barracks and 1 factory. But yeah, it could be another mech game. We'll see what happens. More drones are being built. I would normally see a third. Ooh, the Ro4 plus the second gas. It looks like a very similar to build to game 2. So the Reaper does spot it. I wonder if there's going to be a good reaction from Kramkandy. So Cram did see it game 1, I believe. Maybe didn't spot it, and then ooh.
Yeah, he cancels the reactor and throws on Tech Lab.
Cancels both of them. This drone is still just sitting here. I wouldn't mind seeing an expansion come down from Soy Sauce and see something else. I like this. This is a cancel. This is the Reaper went like all the way home. This Reaper scouted something and then was like, yeah, okay, I'm pretty sure I know what's going to happen. And then that's exactly what's not happening. I wonder what we're going to see now from Soy Sauce. So there's a tank being built. This tank's really for the early defense. Looks like this Overlord's going to go down, which is a little annoying. Oh, it might get away. Maybe.
We got some serious outmaneuvering going on by each of our 2 players here.
Oh, that's no good, Tavi. Yeah, definitely. Soy Sauce has, I think, outmaneuvered. Maybe it depends. There's a few Lings in production, and I feel like you don't want to be attacking right now. You've just done an aggressive opening, and you've tricked the opponent into saying that you're doing an aggressive opening. This is what I'd much rather see. Just a bunch of drones being built. The other player's playing very defensive. This doesn't make sense to me. Running some Lings in. You want to save your Lings. You want to use them for defense, and then just build drones behind it.
And I think that right there might be a little bit of a giveaway. Normally, you wouldn't see that many Lings if you're going with a Roach Ravager early timing.
Maybe. Sometimes you do have the Lings as a follow-up. I don't know. I don't know what Cram is planning to do here. This Liberator is coming out, and I'm not sure if it's going to be aggressive or if it's going to hold here defensively. I do like that the layer is coming down from Soy Sauce, and 2 more gases are going down. So this could be like a tech up to muter. There's still a lot of drones being made. We do have even worker counts at the moment. Well, yeah, let's see what happens in this game.
Looks like Cram is still very much expecting that Roach Ravager push.
Yeah, it depends what Cram does with this Liberator. If the Liberator goes across the map to maybe do some harassment, it will give Cram a little bit of information.
Oh, that looks like it's exactly what's going to do.
But yeah, it still probably doesn't see the roaches. Is quite confused what's happening. 6 more workers coming out, some spores going down, more gas geysers coming down. Are we going to see a Spire anytime soon? We do see a lot of gas and a lot of minerals from Soy Sauce banking up. I wouldn't mind seeing a muter transition here.
Also, we're seeing 2 more barracks being dropped, so this is going to be definitively bio this game.
Yeah. Okay, the Liberator getting some kills here, 4 so far. The spores moving in position. It does look like we've moved some of our drones to the gas geyser to try and keep them safe for just a little bit.
Liberator managed to get 6 kills before it had to pack up and get out of there.
Yeah, and it's still just standing over. It's still alive. Okay, a lot of Lings in production. A Hydralisk den down. No Spire.
So now, presumably, from the Liberator scout, Cram sees that there is in fact no Roach Warren.
Yeah.
So what I'd like to see is him moving out a little bit here, getting a 3rd, because he's quite behind right now.
Yeah. I mean, the worker counts are very similar. I don't know what Soy Sauce is. I should expect some more transfuses. Okay, we've got 8 more drones on the way. Soy Sauce does have a lot of money. I should see a 4th or a macro hatch going down soon. We do see a Baneling Nest. Still no Evo chambers or anything like that. Only sitting here with 3 queens, I think. Oh no, 4 queens. I would expect a few more queens as well, but not really spending the money. Has like a huge amount of money there, but just not spending it.
I think he's saving up a little bit. He doesn't need to save up that much, but I think he's going to be saving up a little bit. Okay. I want to say that Baneling Nest is going to be for a pretty sizable Bane bust.
Yeah, maybe. So I like what this Liberator's doing. It's like sort of set up so that if there is a Ling run by or some sort of run by that it can sort of defend. There is a big tank push over here, but we do have a fair few Lings. Now, Lings do fairly well against tanks most of the time. There's a few units behind them. Do we have any Hydras? Okay, we got 7 Hydras on the way. It looks like these Lings are going to come over. There is one Hellion there, but... oh... There's just not enough units. They died so quickly. They were kind of going back and forth between the tanks. If the Lings get onto the tanks, it's good. But they kind of went back and forth between the units. It looks like this third base is going to go down. Is doing a transfer to the other base already. You actually don't want to be building Hydras typically into tanks. They're very slow. They group together. They all take a lot of damage from the AoE.
We're seeing a bit... We're presumably seeing some reinforcements coming down, but those reinforcements aren't going to be really going anywhere.
Yeah. So the army backing up from Kram does have a lot of production now. It does have a 4th base there. It looks like Soy Sauce will probably have to take another 4th base. If we look at the workers, Soy Sauce is down on workers as well. A lot of Hydras moving over here. I don't think they have Hydra speed.
They do not.
Yep. So they are moving very, very slowly. There's not a lot of creep spread on the map. We should probably see a little bit more creep spread. It does help out a lot. A lot of Hydras coming down. A lot of Hydras. Now, it'll all depend on the tank placement. So there's a lot of Hydras here. They can do a lot of damage, but they are very slow. So they have to like walk up to this tank, kill it. Walk up to this Liberator, kill it. Are we seeing more tanks being built? We are seeing a second tank come out. So I think it'll depend on this push here. This push will definitely probably kill this 4th base from Kram very, very quickly. There is no upgrade on these Hydras, whereas the Bio has 1-1 already. 2-2 is on the way. I think there's enough Hydras here to deal with this Terran force.
Yeah, they're going to be backing up trying to bait him into the tanks.
Yeah, they're going to... maybe walk into the tank. Maybe Soy Sauce is happy with the amount of damage done here. He's just going to back up. Got a lot of kind of free damage. Didn't lose too many Hydras. Got a whole base and a heap of SCVs. I think that was a very, very good trade for Soy Sauce. Is building a lot of Lings now. Has Baneling speed on the way. Has +1 carapace. And ranged attack is almost done. A Spire and an Infestation Pit. A big round of drones. Now, what is Kram doing? Almost has 2-2 finish. This could be a big bio timing. A big bio timing. Okay, scan goes down, identifies the base. There is moving out. There's only 2 medevacs. It does look like Kram is supply blocked, but does have 30 more supply of units. Okay, some Banelings are being morphed in, but they're pretty far out there. There's not a lot of creep spread. Yes, the Zerg is down on workers by a fair bit. The Banelings are here, but we'll see if there's good Bane connections. They hit a few Marines, but not getting too many good shots. A lot of the Terran army is falling. The Hydras did focus the tank down. Now there's just Marauders against Hydras, and Hydras are pretty good against Marauders. And it looks like the medevacs are going to get cleaned up as well. That was, I believe, a pretty good trade from Soy Sauce. Is still down on workers, so we need to be trading up. We need to be doing stuff with our army. If we're not winning the economy battle, the economic battle, we have to be winning somewhere on the ground.
Yeah, Soy Sauce has just been making a lot of good trades recently. That for space, that fight he just took. He seems to be doing all right.
Yeah, we've got 13 more drones on the way. It looks like Kram is looking to try and take this 4th again. Soy Sauce is posturing to make an attack on it, but has less units than before. It does have a fair few Hydras, but the Bio's got 2-2. Also, Soy Sauce is attacking right now without 2-2. 2-2 is just about to finish. I feel like this attack is oddly timed. If we just waited just a little bit, 2-2 would finish. But it looks like the Terran's backing up. Cram's going to back up. This tank looks like it's going to go down very, very quickly.
I think SCVs had to get pulled, but
yeah, the SCVs get pulled.
the attack will be cleaned up.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, the CC did back off, and now it's coming back again. We don't have a lot of an army here for soy sauce, and
2-2 is just
a worker deficit as well.
and 2-2 is just seconds from finishing. You're right. If you would have waited like I don't know 3 more seconds, he would have had a pretty good boost.
Yeah, definitely. Waiting for those upgrades would have been huge. Like during that fight, the Terran had an upgrade lead, which it's just very, very problematic. We do see a planetary come down. We probably see another command center coming down at the natural.
Another round of production going on.
Yep. Whole heap of links being made. Ooh. It does look like Kramkandy is in a very, very strong position here. 3-3 is almost done. But I think soy sauce could still get some really good Bane connects. Could potentially build some infestors. Infestors would be probably all right against this army, keeping it locked down. We do have Hydra speed. Now this is to do with Bane connects. The Banes have to connect. Okay, we get some decent Bane connects. It looks like the Hydras can clean the rest of this up. We should see stutter steps forward. We're actually wasting the Banes here at this point. Okay, maybe if we run some Banes into here, this is pretty good. It looks like most of this army is being cleaned up. And Soy Sauce does take a supply lead, but is down 15 workers. 3-3 is just about to finish for the Terran.
And the game just kind of swung back in Soy Sauce's direction. I mean, like, Cram is ahead in upgrades. Cram is equal to maybe just a tiny bit behind in economy, which is okay if you are playing against a Zerg. But yeah, Soy Sauce just has the bigger army now at this point.
Does have the bigger army. Ultras are on the way. Well, the Ultra Den is on the way. When Ultras come out, I do think it's going to be Soy Sauce favored. But until then, the bio is at 3-3. So the bio is in a really, really good place. There is already Marauders out. So even though the Ultralisks will be there, and Ultralisks are pretty decent against Terran, they do mop up Marines. The Marauders, like having a good, healthy Marauder count is kind of what keeps you from losing the game. So they're not just going to be an automatic, I'm going to build Ultras and stomp across the map and win. But they will help out. They definitely will help out. Okay, the Terran Cram does look like it is intending to move out. Does scan the bottom right-hand base. Knows that this base is here. So I wouldn't be surprised if the drop goes to attack there or anything like that. Has mined out the natural and the main, and also looking to mine out the third. Has kind of like 2.5 mining bases for Cram. Same with Soy Sauce. He's mining out a few more bases.
Wow, that army just narrowly dodging that scan.
Okay, it looks like the army's going to come back in. There is a lot of Marines and a lot of Marauders here. It depends how these Banes connect. There is a few Ultras at the back, but they are kind of stuck. This is a really good concave from Soy Sauce. Has a really good concave. There's a few good Banes, and a lot of the Terran army gets cleaned up here. There's still this one tank in the back just doing a lot of work, but it is going to get cleaned up here. Wow.
And just more battles being won from Soy Sauce.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, it looks like Soy Sauce is pushing forward. Might try and attack this base. It is a planetary. He's starting to take this base over here. It is very, very vulnerable. Very, very vulnerable. There's no spores. There's no spines here. But Terran doesn't have... Did just lose their army. An instant cancel on that base. All the workers get pulled for a big repair. we'll see what happens. This planetary will do a fair bit of damage. Probably does need to focus the SCVs with the ultras. There's still one ultra sitting at the back here. Can't get too much damage done. This was very Terran favored.
It looks like the Marauders are going to pursue this and clean it up.
Yeah, definitely. Like the problem with this as well is like that there is not a lot of creep spread, so there's a long rally to rally back in and reinforce this army. There's still a lot of Terran army here, and like the medevacs are keeping the units alive. There is a big SCV pool, but there's so many Terran units.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of just ultras and lings stuck in the back because the Hydras were blocking them.
Yeah.
And and there was no Banes in that follow up.
I think the longer that this game goes, the worker deficit is definitely showing. Soy Sauce has a lot less resources to play with than the Terran, and has to constantly get really, really good trades to be in the game. Just sitting at 65 workers it can be very, very painful. Okay, a lot of ultras on the way. Ultra speed is on the way as well, but there's a lot of marauders here. Do we have adrenal glands? I'm not sure. No, we don't have adrenal glands for the Zerglings either. Very, very important upgrade. We also only got one attack for the Ultras. We need more upgrades. This Liberator getting some damage done. Marauders do have concussive.
Not too sure if ultras were the right call here. The particular biocomp from this Terran is quite Marauder heavy, which, as you stated before, are pretty decent against ultras. So,
they're a reasonable choice. I mean, like, it's not just Marauders. There's a fair few Marines in here. They do some decent AoE. I think because the Terran has a very, very good upgrade lead, like they've got 3-3, where the Ultras are actually 1-5, I believe. So they don't have a great attack upgrade, which is probably a little bit frustrating. A few Corruptors being built. I kind of like just having a few Corruptors. They can clean out all those Liberators and then the Medevacs. Because what's happening here is like Ling Ultras being built, and there's just a retention of Medevacs and Liberators. They just stay alive. They keep growing in numbers. We do see Adrenal Lands coming down. We should see a +2 attack coming from the Zerg. Oh, this siege up from Kram is really, really good. This Zerg base is going to go down over here. This Terran base is going to go down over here. It looks like we're trading bases a bit here. This is still very, very vulnerable from Soy Sauce, the 4th base. It looks like Kram is continuing the attack.
Another thing that we're not seeing a whole lot in this army, it appears that Soy Sauce has abandoned Banelings, which isn't really the right choice. Banes would be really good against this bio army, but he just needs to not make.
Looks like that base is going to go down. Kram is moving over here with some more units. Only 46 workers left for Soy Sauce. Only 46 workers. These Liberators are being very, very problematic. We do have some Corruptors somewhere. I don't know where they went. They're on the top side of the map. It does look like the army gets surrounded with the Ultras. But Kram is still at 200 supply. Loses a lot of units and is still sitting at 200 supply. Is just macroing out bases, macroing out units. This is what the worker advantage does.
Kram just going to casually drop 3 CCs for no apparent reason.
Yeah. Recognizes that needs to take other bases, needs to stay in the game economically. Has mined out a lot of bases. Is kind of sitting on 1.5 base economy here. Okay, it looks like this army's going to come around and kill one of Soy Sauce's only mining bases. If this goes down, there is a big surround here. A lot of these units could die. I wouldn't mind seeing a big lift up from all the medevacs and going straight into the main. I think this will be... still a lot of units died here, but this is very, very problematic.
Kind of a half-hearted lift.
Yeah, we could have lifted more units. The units are going to stay here. This is... I really like this maneuver. It is really a delay. It's to stop the Zerg walking across the map and killing you, where you can build up another army. You've done a lot of damage, and here, I like this as well. You get the units out, you keep them alive. At this point, Soy Sauce is very, very, very far behind. Has 25 workers, but also, like, the supplies are kind of comparable. And considering Soy Sauce has 25 workers, that also means that the army supplies are actually equal right now. So it all depends on this final attack. I think Soy Sauce is just going to bring everything and going to attack. We'll see what happens. There's still a whole heap of corruptors over at the what is now like the natural or the third. We really need those corruptors over here. It does deal with a lot of these medevacs. There is some units in these medevacs that the medevacs are just going to die with units in them. This doesn't make any sense.
That's not good. You should have dropped those a lot earlier.
Yeah, the more Hydras come down, the corruptors are now coming over. There might have been like an F2 push there. I'm not sure.
Does appear like Kram was going to hold on there for just a little bit, but I think that this. Oh.
I don't know. There's still a lot of units over here. There's a lot of production. The Terran still has a lot of income. Actually, both players have about the same income. Kram is only mining off 1.5 bases. Soy Sauce does have the other base back up. So even though Kram has a worker lead, because the workers aren't mining from a base, like they've oversaturated another base, I believe. We are seeing a drop coming in on the south side. Yeah, but there's Hydras like straight over the top of it. There was some corruptors. There's some corruptors in the middle of the map. If these Hydras get this drop, this is actually huge. They do see it. They do take it down. That is a huge supply.
Yeah, that was like 25 supply in those medevacs.
It does look like all the mules get dropped on the top left base. We do see the Terran's income go up by 3,000 a minute, which is quite an increase. It's going to definitely put Kram economically ahead by a lot. The army does come down, and the Zerg does not know. Soy Sauce does not know the position of this Terran army. It has stimmed, it looks like, so a lot of the units are on very low health. A scan does come down here, and you have to realize if you're being scanned over here, usually they're probably going to attack it. There is a big surround here from coming from multiple different angles, and there's only a few medevacs, so we'll see if this entire army gets cleaned up.
Yeah, I think this. Wow, I think that's going to be almost 200 supply worth of bio. That's just going to end up getting slaughtered.
Yeah, a lot of bio goes down there, and Soy Sauce just needs to attack at some point. You can't just keep sitting back. Keep losing bases, is having to long distance mine at the moment, does not have another base, needs to bring the corruptors, needs to bring the rest of the army, just needs to attack somewhere. It looks like we're seeing another attack on the top left base, which I don't think is the correct move.
He just really needs to press his advantage and go for it. I mean, like
this. Oh yeah, like this top base could actually just be killed with the corruptors. But it is going to shut down the economy from the Terran. The Terran does have another CC floating over in that direction as well. This makes both economies kind of equal. Both players mining very, very minimally. There is one Ultra here that's just going to get picked off for free. I don't know if these corruptors going back and forth. There's some more Ultras rallied across the map. Oh, this biome is huge, but there's not a lot of Ultras left. There's only Hydras here. There's 2 more Ultras coming from the back. It looks like the Zerg army is all going to get cleaned up here.
Yep, a couple mines getting some pretty decent shots off too.
Yeah,
only one Ultra remains of the Zerg army.
The Terran army is just so huge at this point.
I honestly don't know what Soy Sauce could do to get back in this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, it's about to lose the spawning pool in the main. Has 1 Ultra. Is building a few Hydras, but it's definitely looking very, very, very done.
The Terran is just so ahead.
Terran is looking to do a big final push here. Still mining quite heavily. Now there's these corruptors that haven't been able to be utilized that much. We could have seen them turn into Broodlords or start attacking the bases from the air. But yeah, there's just so much bio here. GG is called. Kramkandy takes the series.